Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D-Real coming at you with another Be Real with D-Real, where Edutainment explains it. And we about to get off into Killadelphia, issue number 8. Now, I want to do a quick recap. It's going to be some things I'm going to have to cover, but I want y'all to know going in, issue 8 is getting deeper. You're going to learn more about plots, but I will let you know what's going on with a quick recap. But before I do that recap, let's do what we need to do so we can do what we want to do. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D-Real page. And when you subscribe to the page, please make sure you have your notifications on, because that can contribute to something called shadow banning, where people are subscribed to your page, but they don't turn on their notifications, so you aren't getting the videos. So I'm just out in limbo. Please, when you subscribe, turn on your notifications so that when new material comes out, like I always say, you get it. If you're digging with a brother shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket, comment, like, subscribe, and share. Edutainment is what I do. Real quick recap. Abigail Adams, the vampire top dog, has taken over for John Adams, and she's revealed to her cronies that she got a big giant vampire named Jupiter that she's had since he was a slave, and she turned him, and he's basically her trained attack dog. And what she has done with Jupiter is put him inside the governor's mansion and turn him loose. And literally, he ripped the governor limb from limb and then hung him on the wall. Now, issue 8 of Killadelphia is burn, baby, burn. We're going to let it burn, but there's a lot of ramifications going on. Mainly, we're going to be talking about what's going on with James Sangster Sr. in the afterlife, hence the cover, among other things. And when we kick it off, Sangster's living his afterlife. I like the way I put that. He's living his afterlife. He's going over the things that have taken place, and he's being drawn away to a place. What place is he being drawn away to? Because see, he's thinking about his vampire life, but like we saw last issue, he's part of both worlds, as we're going to find out, and he's part of a bigger world, as he's going to find out. Meanwhile, remember, Sangster Jr. went to the governor's mansion. There's the governor. Still hanging. Okay, so she don't want to jump to no conclusions because she's seen some stuff. Uh-oh. What has Jose seen as the city coroner? Probably not something good. Let's get back to that in a second, and let's go back to the afterlife. That being knows James's name. That's Charon. And for those of you that are up on your Greek mythology, you know that Charon is the ferryman who takes souls across the river Styx to the afterlife. Now, whether they go to Hades or the Elysian Fields depends on them. Meanwhile, Abigail Adams, sitting there looking like a sexy evil minx, is drinking blood and patting herself on the back for the successful terror that she has sown in Philadelphia with the death of the governor. Yeah, the governor of Philadelphia ripped limb from limb by a giant vampire, but ain't nobody gonna say that. They ain't even gonna let it out how he died, probably, because that will be a problem. But right now, what she's talking about, because her thing is to cause public terror, to make people scared. And how scared will people be if they keep hearing about people getting murdered and torn limb from limb? So her next target is a rapper named Blake Scott. Blake, Drake, Scott, Travis. Yeah. When we get to that page, you tell me who he look like. Meanwhile, Jose has come to a conclusion about what's going on with the vampires. And the vampires, when they inject their saliva into the bloodstream, that's to turn someone into a vampire. When it's just on the outside of the wound, that means they just ripping and tearing and killing like animals. And that's what Jose is seeing in the pathology. This wasn't to feed or turn. This was done to terrorize, and it worked. And Jimmy Jr. asked her, why you say that? And she said, because I'm scared. Jimmy, you better figure something out, boy. Meanwhile, Jimmy's talking to Charon, and Charon is saying, you on the cusp of life, you on the cusp of death, and you kind of unique. We ain't had to deal with somebody like you before. But since you different, I'm going to forego my fee I usually charge, and I'm going to take you on with me so we can see exactly where you fit, sir. Uh-oh, there's a city burning. And inside of that city burning, look, it's Mayor Gaskins, who Abigail Adams killed. And remember what she said? I hope your suffering is legendary. Yeah. He looks like he's suffering. He butt naked on fire. Sangster like, can we help him? Like, nope. And he's explaining to him in the afterworld, it's not so much about the good or the bad that you do, but the frequency at which you vibrate. If you vibrate enough to reach the positive, then you vibrate to that in the afterlife. If you vibrate on negative and dirt and evil all the time, then so it's more about vibrations than it is relief. So you don't have to believe in hell or Hades to go there. Now, remember I was telling y'all about the concert? Look at that. Look at all them cars. That's supposed to be the Wells Fargo Center. Wells Fargo Center. Okay, so we in Wells Fargo. Look at all that security. But look, Brittany's in there too. So some folks getting ready to get bit and tore up. And that's exactly what happens. And they leave Jupiter where he can get at Blake Scott. And he don't do it backstage. He does it on stage in front of thousands. Now you tell me, does that look more like Travis Scott or does that look more like BBL Drizzy? Yes, sir. Moving on. And now Charon has told him his wife Gloria is in the afterlife. He like, bump that. I'm going to go be with my wife. And Charon tells him, I'd say this is the last we will see of one another, but your condition being what it is, one never knows. And he goes. He goes, man. Wouldn't you? You in the afterlife, your wife been dead for years and you missed. Of course he's going to go see Gloria. And none of the stuff that went on in life matters. All that matters now is that in this place, everything is forgiven and we is good. How's Jimmy doing? She's going to ask about the son. Oh, he's doing fine. He's a detective now, honey. You will be so proud of him. And now he's settling down to settle down and spend forever with the love of his life. But he's being snatched away. He's being taken away. He's being taken away from the afterlife. What is taking James Sangster Sr. from the afterlife? Holy shit, his damn son. Oh no. Look at what Sangster Sr. said. This better be fucking important because I was getting ready to, what he's getting. You ain't seen your wife in years. You know what you're getting ready to do. But he snatched him away before he had a chance to. Okay. Killadelphia number 8. Vampires are sowing terror in the city of Philadelphia. They don't care nothing about what they do and how they do it. They want to replace the hierarchy. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to replace the 1% with a vampire 1%, essentially. Everybody has an agenda. Everybody has an agenda, even vampires. Now, this might seem a little like I ended this a little shorter, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give y'all a filler story between issue 8 and issue 9. And it's called Elysium Gardens. Now, it is a related but unrelated story to the events that are going on in Killadelphia. But like I told you, everything's going to culminate and come together. You're going to see things in this story that you ain't normally saw before. Just like you saw Charon from Greek mythology. You're going to see more supernatural and mythological beings and creatures as this story progresses. Also, you're going to see, like in a couple issues ago, you saw Carl Kolchak from the Night Stalker. There are going to be lots and lots of cameos like that in Killadelphia. So please, please, please stay tuned for the Elysium Garden story that will be coming up this week. And I will be hitting you with Killadelphia number 9 as well. If you are enjoying this, please say so. Please tune into the videos. I got a whole playlist of Killadelphia so you could get caught up on it. Go on back there, check it out. It's there for you to peruse. That's it for now, y'all. But fret not, I'll be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until it do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.